Okay, so back into Icewind Dale we go for session number 14. Alright, so last time you guys made it through a huge blizzard where you ended up fighting a mama yeti and slaughtering her baby yetis. You made it through there pretty easily. You got to a really shady looking bridge that crossed over a really deadly chasm where you left the horse and wagon, um, but crossed over with all your animals and your party. You hiked up a switchback mountain for a few days, made it into this pretty abandoned looking village in this weird plateau of mountains. You your artificer blew up basically the side of a mountain and wiped out a whole half orc and ogre hunting party to keep you alive. And then you found a bunch of,
Aye, those were good times. Yes, they were.
and you guys acquired a bunch of climbing gear from some fresh corpses that were in the abandoned ruins of this beaten up village. Made your way up the mountain, where at the top you were approached by a quite a few very muscular looking barbarian human males and a very muscular female with a great axe, a longbow, and controlling a polar bear wearing ice troll hide as her armor. They stated they were out hunting ice trolls, and she, towards the that portion of your conversation, she seemed to have been staring at Mountain the entirety of the time, and then eventually walked up, brushed her hands lightly across his cheek, and asked if it was really Mountain. And that's where we find ourselves now. Mountain, what do you do?
That is my name. Can I help you? Has a slight look of confusion on his face.
She sighs and says, I see the spell did actually take effect after all. They really did wipe
Uh,
your memory.
what spell?
They. Well, I can either give you the short version of what happened to you, or if you want the whole story, I can give you the whole story. How you came to this land, um, and how you come to find yourself now. Which would you rather have?
Back to the group and like question like with a question look like how much time do we have type of look.
I mean, we have a couple more days until the prison break happens.
I guess we'll go with the long story.
She she nods and says. She looks over at the all of the men who have their weapons raised. She pulls her hand down as if to say, "Hey, lower your weapons," and then kind of waves them over, and they all kind of sit down, kind of encircling you even more, but kind of creating like a protective barrier to listen to what their leader has to say. And this actually cuts down on some of the breeze coming from that direction, so you're really only getting blasted with cold winter air from one side, so it's a little warmer. Um, so she um, she begins and says, My name, I'm Cassandra Reese. Um, we, our party is, we're parts of the Tiger Tribe, led by Queen Bjornhild Solvig's Dortier. The name I can't really say, but, and we've been in Icewind Dale for 20-ish so years, something like that. You lose track of time when you're in an everlasting winter. Um, so a long time ago, um, we we used to live in the lands of Cathult. Um, it's fairly far southwest of all of Faerun. Um, you, pointing at you, Mountain Youth, it's actually where you're from. Um, look around the rest of the party. I don't know if any of you have been to Catholt. I assume not, but um, on the island of Catholt, it's a very harmonious place. The area we lived in specifically was more jungle, tropical kind of terrain. We lived there for as many generations back as I can think. My parents, my grandparents, back many generations. Until a few decades ago, the late King Korold, who was at one point the husband to Bjornhild, decided he um, he wanted to test the mettle of his people against nature itself, and he decided to collect all of us and drag us all up to Icewind Dale. He was our king, she was our queen, so we followed. Um, we didn't want to be, well, banished and to fend for ourselves, so we stayed. Um, they planned for months, and we set sail. We took the open seas and we went west along the Sword Coast, following the the ocean up through the sea, all the way up to the Sea of the Moving Ice. And we landed. We actually crashed, and we found our way into this frozen hell, and we've been surviving and fighting the elements, and well, living here ever since. Um, about a week or so into that journey, however, we started noticing some of our food was missing. Um, Not a lot, but just a couple of meals here, a couple of meals there. And we set about trying to figure out, did we have a rat infestation? Did we have a crewman or crew member who was eating more than their fair share? What we came to find, however, was a child. You, to be exact, you had stowed away on our boat. You decided that you wanted to come with us. And well, the king wanted to throw you overboard. The queen didn't disagree, but you you asked for the chance to prove yourself, to stay with us, to come with us and not be fed to the sharks. Um, and so you decided the way that you would earn your keep is to be a deckhand, to do fishing. You were never necessarily the greatest fan of water, but you knew how to um, fish, get the food out of the water, and get us everything that you needed to survive, and do rigging. You're a pretty proficient sailor, if in case you forgot. You know your way around a boat, or at least you did. Um, but every opportunity you had as a child, you arm wrestled every one of the people who decided to come, and you won every time, which was surprising to,
Sounds like
well,
Mountain.
everyone. Um, you you we made our way to, like I said, we crashed. After we got through the Sea of Moving Ice, we crashed at a port not too far from the prison, actually, Revels End. And you see that she kind of points more northerly. Says we actually crashed up there, but we didn't stay. Um, we didn't really have a reason to stay there. We were offered assistance by the warden at the time, um, and they gave us a couple nights worth of rest and respite to kind of recuperate from surviving a shipwreck, and then we made our way out into the tundra and made our own way, as was our goal. Um, Years go by, and eventually King Korold was mammoth hunting with a bunch of men, and he was gored, and that gore was, well, it was fatal. Um, and the queen, being as vicious, cunning, conniving, strong as she is, um, she took to power with her saber-toothed tiger as a well, as her protection and her attacker. Um, but knowing how strong you were and that you were very well liked within the tribe, many people came to you when we were going on hunting parties. You seem to be a little bit more, mm, shall we say, attuned to hunting in places where hunting isn't necessarily easy. Your people, the Tabaxi, are better natural predators than what we humans are. You're just more agile. You have the ability to overcome things that we have a very hard time doing. And she felt that you were gaining too much influence within the tribe, so she sent you on a trip towards the Sea of Moving Ice to slay the beast that lives there. There's this giant sperm whale named Anjuak that that lives in the sea. She sent you there for the the goal of slaying this whale and bringing back its meat and its oils to get us through the winter. She sent me with you, and she sent one other member of the tribe with us, thinking that the three of us would be enough. When we were about a day out of our our destination, we were ambushed. Um, we were ambushed by a group of magic wielders who, well, they go by the name the Arcane Brotherhood. Um, they seem to have power in this part of the world, but when they ambushed us, they didn't try and attack me. They instantly slew the member of the tribe that came with us, but they left me be, and um, the 9 of them attacked you relentlessly, hitting you with spell after spell. And all they did, rather than attack me, was just bind me with the magic to paralyze my body. Um, and eventually, you were knocked unconscious. And they did some incantation. And when they asked you who you were, you knew your name, and you knew some of what your capabilities were, but that's it. Basically, anything more than that, there was nothing there. Your eyes were glazed over, and there seemed to be no ability to recall any information of your past, of your life. Um, and then they dragged me along with you, and they took us to the Sea of Moving Ice, and well, they bound you in chains, and they threw you in, and left you there to die. I did, I did find out later, however, that the Queen had conscripted this arcane brotherhood to assassinate you, um, and she wanted me to bear witness to her power as to be her mouthpiece to try and dissuade anyone from trying to rule or supplant her as the ruler of the tribe. Um, I tried to find you, but I didn't know if you'd survived or not. Um, and I actually can't believe that you're here now. As she tells you about getting tossed into the sea, you remember the bone-chilling cold. It's like it washes over yourself once again. It feels like you've been plunged back into the the frozen sea. Um, Everything, you're not currently wet, but it feels like you're soaked to the bone. Your blood feels almost like it's freezing. And then you have a memory that seems to come back to you. You remember as your body was slowly shutting down and it started to get dark and the cold was overtaking you and your breathing was slowing, that a polar bear seemed to grab you by your chest and drag you out of the water. Um, and you have momentary flashes of being conscious and being dragged out of the sea, and then it goes dark, and then you have another flash of you're laying on the shore, and this bear is sitting beside you, and the bear is starting to change from like a polar bear color to the hair seems to be falling off of the polar bear, and then it goes black again. and then you get another flash of a memory, and you're being carried like a child by a Goliath woman, and then you have a name that just comes to your head, Oya Minartok, just comes to mind, and you you believe this to be that person's name, but you don't recall enough about any conversations you had with them. Um, you know from the next couple of flashes that you get that they carried you for multiple days while you were still recovering from basically being frozen alive, and they left you at the tavern um, just outside of where's the town name? Goodmead. They took you to Goodmead and they left you at the tavern there. Um, and then you haven't seen them again. The people of Goodmead and the tavern owner there took you in and kept you safe and kept you warm and fed you and gave you work. All of this you remember. The next set of memories that you have is what you fully recall as you are just in Goodmead, and this is just where you've been. Before now, you didn't really have any memory of how you got there or why you got there, and you were the only Tabaxi person in Goodmead, so I mean, it was a little strange to you, but no one had ever done anything to bring you any harm or to do anything negative to you other than the small spats you'd have every now and again. Um, you you get the memory of when you first met the owl-like bipedal figure not too long ago. It feels like not too long ago, but in reality it was multiple months ago now. That as you walked from Goodmead down to um, Dugan's Hole, you saw the owl-like bipedal figure who gave you your resistance to cold, and you've seen multiple times since then. Um, Flashing back to the conversation that you're having with Cassandra, she tells you how the queen is still in power, and she's openly worshipping Oral. She believes that she's to be Oral's chosen. Um, she actively does anything and everything in her power to prove herself to the Frost Maiden. Um, and she believes that she's going to live forever. She believes that she can be granted the power to effectively rule this land and live forever. Um, and a lot of people just believe, a lot of the members of the tribe, based on how cold she is to everyone, how when her husband was around, she was at least more loving and at least accepting. Now she effectively has ice running through her veins. She will relentlessly murder anyone who disagrees with her opinion. The tribe is effectively become under her iron fist at this point. And we did not come to this land to be ruled um, like cattle. We came to this land to prove that we are in fact the warriors and the survivors that we believe to be. But when you're being ruled by a tyrant, you don't really have any choice in how to live your life. And many of us don't wish to be under her fist anymore, but we don't have the ability with which to supplant her short of being murdered ourselves. And as she says this, you start to hear some grumbling between all of the other 11 men that are kind of sitting around. No one's necessarily saying that they want to be the ones to try and take on the queen of the tribe, but they also aren't necessarily disagreeing with what Cassandra is saying. It's more like it's an open secret in this smaller sect of the tribe. But you don't necessarily know if the whole tribe feels this way or just this dozen people, and you also don't know how many people are in the tribe. That's just kind of what you're getting from the body language and the conversation that you're having with her. I am glad to see that you survived, though. I did not want you to die, and I was Well, I was very upset that she had you assassinated, but I'm glad that you survived. You always were a survivor.
Takes a lot more than that to kill this sturdy body.
Yeah, I can see that. Um, what are you guys doing up here anyway? Yeah, I know you said you just climbed up these cliffs, but what what brings you up here? There's not really any town within a few days of here. She kind of looks to the group to see, um, to kind of try and get a feel for what you guys are doing up in this part of the world, of this part of Icewind Dale, should I say?
Aaron was just standing, kind of listening in the background, silent, and he doesn't really say anything.
Okay.
Well, we've all been sent on our separate quests.
Yep. Some for saving, some for killing.
Speaking of which, where does the Bloody Queen reside these days? There's like a calm coldness in his eyes as he says this.
Yeah. So she pulls out a little map and she kind of. So we tend to move um, pretty frequently in whatever we need to do to survive is where we move to. But we do have more of a home base, if you will. And you see that she she kind of circles a general area on a map, and says that this is where we were last. And let me pull up your guys' map here. Oop, wrong page. So she will. So she pulls out her general map of. Her map doesn't necessarily have all of this on it. Her map is more of basically the north of Lonelywood. So basically here, all the way across to the Ragged Glacier. Um, and you see that she kind of points over here onto the glacier. She's like, "Well, we have an encampment over here, and we've been traveling for a long time, hunting ice trolls, getting as many as we can. But our main camp is over here. But we have some sporadically spread throughout all of Icewind Dale. But last I saw the queen, she was over in this general direction. Like she may have moved, and we do set up camps whenever we need to. There are enough of us that it's not that big of a deal, and she is a vicious huntress, if you will. But yes, she was over there last I saw her 2 months ago. So, and you guys, for all points and purposes, are like, you guys are like right here, like on top of this little mountain-ish. You're not quite. You you can see the sea way off in the distance because you've been to the Sea of Moving Ice before, once where Atticus died, so you know what it looks like. But it's looking at it just because of how high you are. If you were to go directly to it from where you are, it's like 2.5 weeks on foot. So basically, to get to the sea and then to get to Revels End, it's about the same distance. So you're actually probably more like on the mountains up in this region. Yeah, that would make sense. You can see Lonelywood way down in the distance too, and you're pretty far from everything.
So we're still really far away from Revels End.
Yeah, because you were down here with the giant stuff, and then you guys
Yeah.
switched back and hiked up some mountains, got lost in the blizzard, and you made some time, but you basically went through all these mountain ranges up here and made your way up over here. So, yeah.
Mountain would point to a point on the map. Like, let's see. Right here is a frozen ice giant's crypt that we use as a shelter.
Right here. Okay.
And then he would like point to the town that they have their inn in. And here, if you ever need a warm place to stay, good food, we just spot ourselves at a tavern as a home base. You are always welcome.
She nods, and I appreciate that. But we obviously would not want to lead her to your home place of where you might be alive, because then she would seek to annihilate you with all of her powers. So we will likely avoid that for the time being. But if it ever is safe,
Once we deal with the Ice Queen,
mhm,
we'll get you a drink.
she nods. That's good. I look forward to it. Where are you guys heading now? We can maybe help lead you in the appropriate direction unless you're going somewhere specific.
We're heading to Revels End.
Oh. Do you have, forgive me for feeling like I'm imposing, but do you have business there? They're, they're pretty welcome uh, to people just going in to visit. If you have someone trying to visit, they are open to that. Obviously, they are a prison, but they are. It's very well guarded. I'll tell you that much from the short time we were there. They are very, very well guarded, but they are also very professional. So, and she kind of, on the map that she had pointed out where the last known for her anyway, Queen Encampment was and whatnot, she draws. So, being kind of in the wilderness where you guys are right now, she kind of draws like a directional path for you to take to get you more on the road to quickly get to where you need to get to Revels End, or at least get you onto like the main thoroughfare that would get you there with as least challenge as possible. She's like, it's still at least a week's travel from here to there, but this way will at least take you down from, it'll take you down the casual, gradual side of the mountains down into where you need to go, and you're not going to have to belay yourselves down multiple sheer cliff faces. You can just casually walk down that way, and it's nowhere near as dangerous. There are still the predatory forces of Icewind Dale, but this is the safest route of which to go.
Well, thank you.
Any of ours locked up there?
What was that? Sorry.
Are any of ours locked up in there? In the
Um,
trap?
no, there's none of our tribesmen are locked up there. We tend to stick clear of the politics of the country. We're mainly wilderness survivors and hunters and do our own thing. The towns leave us to our business, and we leave the towns to their business. I do know that the Arcane Brotherhood does have a presence in the prison. So I would keep an eye out for them. They might recognize you. I don't know. I don't know if it's a member of the troop that was sent to assassinate you is going to be in that prison or not. But do know that this prison is for the absolute worst prisoners in all of the world. This isn't like your everyday small town prison. This is where the worst of the worst go, or people who have really pissed off a lord or a lady or a king or a queen get sent here. It's not a place I would want to go. It's comfortable and warm and you get food, but it's not fun.
Aram looks over at Nilo suspiciously.
Yeah.
What?
Your friend is in this prison for why again?
Technically, he's not in it yet.
Technically, he is not in the prison yet. He's just on the way there. That is right.
Now, pardon my
Semantics, if I've ever heard it.
but why are these evildoers still left alive?
Why not execute them?
Lots of reasons. I'm sure politics and money or information or favors all have something to do with it. We try not to involve ourselves with the day-to-days or the laws and the rules of the land because we don't. Whenever anybody breaks any of our tribe's laws, they face judgment based on the level of depravity of the law. Um, if they have stolen food from another member of the tribe, they'll lose a finger. If they purposefully cause the death of another member of the tribe, they're put to death themselves. Our tribe is a very eye for eye kind of tribe. There's no sitting in a dungeon for 15 years waiting to pay back what you did. There's immediate justice one way or the other. So, but yes, I don't know the specifics of why there are prisoners there, but there are supposedly a lot of them. And I've only ever been there the one time for 2 days, and like I said, they were very polite and very professional and gave us all rooms to stay in with meals each day, and it was a comfortable, warm temperature, but that's it. We have not associated ourselves with them since then. Um, we we're actually done hunting for the day. If you wish to make camp with us, you are welcome to. If you wish to continue your journey, you're obviously welcome to, but um, there is a storm coming. It's probably going to hit in about 2 hours, and it's not going to be an easy one to traverse through. If you wish to stay, you can. Again, if not, I would recommend getting on the road and finding a good place to buckle down sooner rather than later.
I'm sort of look over the mountain and whisper to him, just, do you trust these people?
Let's see how much he trusts them with his insight.
Okay, go ahead and roll an insight. You. So, you feel like she's probably telling you the truth. You don't know how much is maybe true because you don't have the memories of what she's describing to you. You got those flashes of memories with the polar bear changing into the Goliath and carrying you. So, whatever she's saying to you, something is starting to spark like memories coming back, but you don't have the memories of what she described. So you don't know if what she's saying is true, but she doesn't seem to be having any aggression towards you, and she does seem to have legitimate concern for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of one of those things where, it doesn't seem like she's lying, but you don't know how much is really the
Mm-hmm.
truth. It's one of those things where you're wary, but yeah, as you should be. But yes, so
How about we stay with them?
I mean, if you think you can trust them, then sure.
Probably a best course of action, given we're in the middle of nowhere.
We're also low on rations.
Let me put it to you this way: if they wanted us dead,
I'm
they would
not
have
low on
attacked us by
rations.
now. Did you guys catch that?
No.
Mountain said, "Let me put it to you this way: if they really wanted us dead, they would have been attacking us by now."
Well, they seem to know you pretty well, Mountain.
I guess you're true about that.
as they as you mentioned that you guys are going low on starting to be a little bit lower on rations, she um, she snaps her fingers and waves one of the men to come over, and they come over. She goes, open your pack, and she pulls out enough rations to give you each 4 more days worth of rations. Um, she's like, we're a hardy people. We hunt to survive. We know how to survive in these conditions. Taking a few days of rations is not a big deal. But we obviously want to make sure that you all are able to get to where you needed to go. So take this as just a way for us to try and curry favor with you and potentially have another meeting in the future, Mountain, to see if we can maybe free our people or do something to at least free them from the bonds that they're under, at least give them the freedom to choose. Really, that's all people want. So,
Let me ask you something.
yes, of course.
How far are you willing to go to free them?
I mean, if I had the ability and I had the people who were with me, I would slay the queen myself, but these are all the people who follow me. She has many, many more who follow her, who have
Let
not
me
seen her
rephrase that.
yet. Hmm.
How low are you willing to go?
I mean, I would kill her.
How
What
many do
about
you think would be willing to change to our side when they realize that I'm still alive?
I honestly don't know. But we could try and create a plan and lure her somewhere and try and get the jump on her and take her that way and maybe make her see that she's not the champion of Oral like she claims she is. But yes, this will be a conversation for another time. Um, we do need to continue on our way, finding trolls to take back to the to the camp. But um, let's. She looks over at her group and says, let's set up camp for the night." And she kind of waves, and you see them start to undo some of their packs, and they set up larger tents because they're all larger humanoids. They're not like giant or anything, but they're all really big dudes. So they set up more than enough tents that they can share tents, and you guys can hop in their tents with them if you want, or you can set up your own because you do have camping gear. You can stay with whomever it is that you wish to stay with. And they start doing that for the next half an hour or so, getting a fire set, pulling out some of their meat that they had, since it's very easy to keep raw meat in Icewind Dale because it just gets naturally frozen. So they start cooking up meat for the group, and they, much to Silas's joy, they offer you mead that they have.
Yes.
So, and it's good meat
Who did
too.
who did I get the spell refueling ring to?
Probably Silas or
No,
I
Aaron.
I'm
never
pretty
got any
sure
spell refilling ring.
Mm. What was that, Aaron?
I'm pretty sure he gave it to me.
Oh, there you go.
It will no longer work after tonight. I have to recreate a bag of holding. I just wanted to give you a heads up.
That's no problem. It's just on my ring finger.
Oh, you got married. Ooh, to each
The only one to fit on.
other.
So is the meat like in bottles? Is it like in
um,
a keg?
they have it's in a few things. So they have a few water skins of mead, probably like between all of them, they each have 2 full water skins of mead, and then they have a couple of probably like a dozen wine bottles of mead just between all of them, because it's a good way for them to help stay warm at night if they don't have the ability to build a fire or if their camp's not able to be set up. It helps them stay a little bit, well, a little bit more happy with the fact that they're living in frozen hell. So,
Can I just like go around asking everyone for their bottles, and if I see an opportunity to try to take them without them knowing, I'll do that too.
you can go ahead and roll a persuasion check. Roll 3 persuasion checks, and it'll basically be go to each group and see if they'll just give some to you. Okay, so the first group of 4 guys, they kind of look at you and they're like, all right, so you get 2 bottles from them, like 2 water skins worth. The second group gives you 3, and the last group just says they saw you get 5 total water skins worth, and they're like, no, you don't need that much. you're little, and they kind of wave you off.
I'm little.
Yes.
How many days in total would you say 5 water skins
10.
of meat
We'll say
is?
it's 10 days worth.
10? Thank
Yeah.
God. Okay.
It's really good meat too. So like, if you, so basically each time you drink from it, it'll be like, it's basically moonshine is how strong this meat is.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like corn moonshine. So don't drink too much, cause then you'll get real drunk.
I will drink it sparingly.
Yes. As night comes, and the storm does start to set in, and they climb into their tents, and you see that they've really pegged them down. They kind of, you can see based on the way they set up these tents that they set them up a little bit differently from what you guys have been setting them up before, and you can see that it comes from a very long experience living in these type of conditions, in that they set up their tents in such a way that even when the wind and the blizzard conditions whip through, you see that the coverings on their tents don't flap in the wind. No wind seems to be able to break through their tents. And if you want to learn how to set up your tents in a way that has zero possibility of blowing away in the middle of a blizzard, you can work with them over, like, while they set theirs up, and learn how to do that. So
Oh, yeah. Damn, that's awesome.
cool. Yeah, so that is an actual thing that just hasn't happened to you guys yet. Your tents can blow away during blizzards when you're camping in them. You just haven't had a bad roll that's made that happen yet. So now it won't happen. So
Yes, we'll definitely.
yep. So
Is the
so basically, if
what's
you, the way this can work mechanically is like overnight, if you're in the middle of a blizzard, and something happens that requires a survival check, you can just get to roll at advantage depending on what it is regarding tents and stuff. So.
Nice.
So, anything else you guys want to do before you bed down for the night?
Can I ask around and see if anyone has any of the required materials to make my doohickers?
I don't remember what your doohickers are. Are they all the boot? Yeah, they have. They have a little bit of leather they can probably spare. It'll be about 10% of what you would need, but they just have the ability to spare it because they need the rest for their own stuff.
Okay,
So,
that's better than nothing.
that's 10% you didn't have. So,
That is 10% I didn't have.
yes. Cool. All right, so you're looking around at that, and they're providing you with that. Nilo, Aram, you want to do anything for us tonight?
Can I?
The tents. That seems very useful.
What was that about the tents? Sorry, you were a little quiet there.
Sorry, that's pretty much. I just want to learn how to set the tents up better.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'll try to learn from them.
Absolutely. You definitely, as you get yours set up, you kind of see as you're setting yours up and you're watching them, they're kind of looking at you with like these weird, confused, like, well, if that's how you want to do it, kind of looks. And then they eventually notice that you're watching them and kind of wave you over to show you kind of the ways to find the softer yet more sturdy portions of this frozen ground on where to put in your tent pythons to cover it and to put everything together so that even with the strongest gusts of wind, your tent will not blow away. So you spend some time with the party and you learn how to do that. So, and then Nilo.
He'll do the same thing.
Okay, cool. So multiple of you are doing that. So yeah, you guys definitely learn how to do that without a problem. And so as you are starting to bed down for the night, everyone can go ahead and take a long rest. They set up a fire. They set up watches overnight. It's just what they do regularly anyway, so you guys don't have to worry about setting up perception checks or anything like that because they're going to keep watch. It's just part of what they do as being that group anyway. So you can stay up if you want to, but you don't have to. There's no obligation. They will take over for those duties for the night. So
After 4 hours text, it makes poison.
yeah, you can try. Go ahead and roll a poisoner's kit check, which should be DC 20 plus or D20 plus proficiency plus we'll go with unless you have it.
Never mind.
Yeah, you're not gonna make any. You don't break anything, but it's just the fire's not hot enough to melt the snow that you need to turn it into water. It just kind of becomes slush. It doesn't quite melt down enough. So you have a tube full of slush, which doesn't make a good poison, but it could make a good slushy. So, poison slushy would be hilarious.
Don't eat the yellow stove.
No. All right, so um, you guys wake up in the morning and they're tearing down tents, setting up breakfast a little bit, and Cassandra walks back up to you guys and says, have you guys been to? I assume you've been to some of the towns in the 10 towns, correct?
Mountain nods.
So, I don't know if you know where Dugan's Hole is, or Goodmead, in that area of.
Yes, actually.
So,
That's around where I was staying for a good while.
she nods. I've heard rumor. Don't know if it's true. And we are not the ones who are going to go and investigate it. But we have heard that there's a stronghold of Duragar who, well, if you like the 10 towns, they're planning to destroy it. Or destroy them, from what we've heard. So, um, if you plan on going back to the 10 towns, it might be something to look at to keep yourself, occupied or keep them alive, if that's what you're about. But she points out on a map that somewhere down here, there's some type of. She thinks, from what she's heard, there's some type of like fortress down here for Duragar, and that there might be some type of town-destroying weapon, but she has no idea what it is. But yeah, so
Mountain just kind of like strokes his chin. That might be useful for taking on the queen if we can get our hands on that.
maybe I'd rather you not blow up the. Um, it's in this side. This generator. Yeah. I'd rather you not just blow up and slaughter the group of us, but.
Oh no! I would definitely would rather avoid killing our own.
Yeah.
My only target is the queen.
Fair. Okay. Well, I don't know how long. They're they seem to be like in not quite towards the end stages of whatever that is, but whatever it is that they're creating is apparently gonna take out the entirety of the 10 towns. I mean, while that doesn't necessarily bother us, it might drive more people up into our domain, and well, you know,
Mountain nods.
we don't need that. So, but yeah, so, well, with that, we have to continue what we were doing, and you have to continue what you're doing. And she puts out her arm as if to give you the predator handshake and says, it's been good seeing you, and even better knowing that you're alive. Find me when you're ready.
Mountain nods. Until next we meet. Be safe.
She nods and she um, she waves to all of her men to follow her. The polar bear comes up and kind of nuzzles you a little bit, and then continues on their way. And they all start to kind of march off very quietly compared to what you would anticipate a group of dozen barbarian-esque humanoids would sound like. They're actually pretty fleet of foot. They're not making a bunch of noise. They're just kind of going on their way. And you watch them for a few minutes, and they just kind of walk.
Can Aram pull out his sword, his cleaver weapon, and just kind of give a salute to them, and then sheath it again
Yep.
as they leave.
Yep. As you salute your salute with your cleaver, you see they all kind of raise their cleavers up into the sky to you and nod, and then put it back down.
Mountain.
Well, we raise his axe.
Okay.
Couldn't we have asked them for help?
We could have, but with where we're going being what it's supposed to be, I would rather them not get mixed up in that. They're already dealing with enough with the bloody Ice Queen.
I think we're prepared for what's to come in the prison.
And when the time comes, can I count on you to have my back when it comes to overthrowing the queen?
I think
Aye,
you
my
will
mountain
say.
friend. You have my blade.
You have my poison.
You have my demons.
And you have my axe too.
I think we all have each other's backs around here.
Mountain nods. Well then, shall we?
Yes, sir. And we'll start heading to the prison.
So I think we have quite a bit of journeying still to do.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it took us like 10 days to just get over here, right?
Yeah.
From here. But
It's
I mean,
a
they
lot.
did give us like, I don't know, better directions. So hopefully we'll get there faster.
Avoid anything.
Is Alex here?
Oh yeah, I was muted. Sorry. Um, yeah. So it was gonna take you guys like 2 weeks based on where you were. Um, but since they gave you directions and you're following the map they gave you, it's now gonna take you like just under a week, give or take, depending on how hard you push in the weather. So.
That's nice.
Cut like half your time in half. So.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So we'll go ahead and just get you on the tundra travel. So, you guys are all on foot. You don't have your horse or your wagon anymore. So, you guys can go ahead and roll. You guys don't really need to roll survival checks. You know where you are. So just go ahead and we'll have whoever wants to take the lead for the first part of the day just roll a survival check to follow the map. You can do it at advantage, not disadvantage. Yep, there you go. So you find where they're pointing to pretty easy. The weather today is not bad. It's cold, but it's not like blizzardy conditions or super snowy. It's just one of those like clear, kind of very light, flurry days where you can see fairly far ahead. You have the really dim light for the 4 hours of the day, and you have no light for the rest of the day, but you can push through a whole day of travel going in the right direction. No problem at all. So, anything anybody wants to accomplish during. So basically, what we'll do is we'll just do this in chunks. So the first day will be what we just went through. Then we'll do it in 2 day spurts worth of travel to kind of speed up travel a little bit. So the first day and night, anybody want to do anything in particular?
No.
I make potions.
No, I think there's no place to really build any sort of shrine, so at the end of the day, I'd probably cast like I don't even really have that many like fire spells that are more utilitarian. So if we can just make a fire, then that's the one thing he likes to do at night. He doesn't have bonfire or anything like that.
Okay.
He should get bonfire,
Bonfire is the best spell ever, dude.
but he doesn't have the ability. So he tries to build a bonfire by hand, and I'm assuming he fails because that's a lot of wood to make.
That is a lot of wood to make. I mean, you can. It depends how big of a bonfire you want. Do you want like an actual like just campfire or like a bonfire bonfire?
Considering he kind of feels like making a fire is like a shrine to his deity, he'd try to make it as big as he can. Like he's got burning hands if the wood's wet to try to like force it to start.
And you have your
But
flame blade basically.
yeah,
Okay, cool. Yeah. So if you make a fire the first night, but there's just based on the way that you guys are walking, you're not walking past a bunch of woods or anything, so you can find a bunch of spare wood enough to make like campfires and stuff for the
yeah,
first day, but you're not walking through a super wooded area that you would be able to do
yeah.
a bonfire.
That's good enough for him.
Cool. Okay.
I would
So
like to collect largish size stones inside my bag of holding
Yes.
okay.
for
You
no nefarious purposes.
how big are we talking for largish?
So what, a 2-foot
Basketball
opening?
size.
Or
What size?
What the largest I can fit inside the opening.
Oh, those are like mini boulders. You're only gonna be able to put how much weight can your thing hold? 5,000 pounds?
I can check. I should probably just know that by this point, considering how much I fucking yeet shit at people.
So yeah,
500 pounds.
500 pounds. Okay, so we'll basically say that rocks that big are probably gonna be like 50, 60 pounds each. So if you want to have up to 10 of them in your bag, you can do 8 to 10 of them in your bag. You can do that. By the time you finish the whole week's travel, you can find 8 to 10. But you are in the kind of
I'll put 8 in there, just in case I need to put other shit in it.
Okay. So you got like, I don't know, like 40 or 50 pounds worth of space left in there. So, which is still a lot of space when you think about it. But yeah, cool. So the first day goes by, you set up camp, not a problem at all. So day 2, somebody go ahead and roll me a D100. This will be day 2 and 3, so roll 2 100s. Ooh, 98 and 74. So, okay. So let's go ahead and roll a D6. 5. So the weather starts to pick up. It starts to snow. It's almost like it's snow blind. And you guys get caught in the middle of a blizzard again. And it lasts for 5 hours, not 5 days. So I'm going to adjust all of your guys' light real fast so that you're restricted to the appropriate light levels.
My dark vision.
It's going to go away.
Not again.
Not again. So yeah, as you guys are walking through this blizzard, it's not enough that it's like causing you to get thrown or anything like that, but it's enough that it's impeding your walk a fair amount. So what I need you guys to do as you're walking and you're making your way through snow, you go ahead and everybody roll perception checks at disadvantage. Oh, it's still good for disadvantage. Jesus.
Jeez.
Wow, you rolled a nat 20 and a 19. Wow. Jesus. Who else are we waiting for? Aram. What'd you roll for yours? Alright. At disadvantage 16. Gee, wow, for disadvantage, those are still really good. As you guys are...
Sorry, I was trying to get the disadvantage toggle on and it wasn't working.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, now it works. I had to refresh. Never mind.
That's fair. As you guys are walking, you see that there is a corpse, what looks like a frozen corpse, kind of right on the edge of your line of sight. So just about like here, you can see that there is a small corpse just kind of in the snow. What do you do?
Can I go towards it, and then I would like to use my divine sense, as corpses always make him nervous about undead.
Okay. Is it just you that's going there, or are you all going to look at it?
Might as
I'm
well go with.
following him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're
Cool.
all going.
So basically, it's like right here. I don't have a little. Let me actually see this. I have a little token somewhere. Hold on. Corp.
I will have my battle axe out. The tamed beast of the battle axe.
Here you go.
And I'm holding it two-handed.
It's not quite looking like that, but that's the first token I can find. Okay. So as you guys approach this corpse, and you're looking at it for a minute with your divine sense, you let me double check something here. I want to make sure this is right. I think it is. You sense something from it. What does it give you? Undead. So you, as you're focusing, you start to hear this voice, and you realize this corpse is undead, and the voice that you hear is more of like this deep, guttural laugh, and I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Dun dun dun.
Woo! I'm getting good
Would this
rolls.
fall under danger sense?
Sure.
And oh wow, look at us. Look
Yeah.
at us.
You said this
doesn't-
would fall under danger sense?
Yep, go for it.
Cool. So that means advantage.
So, you're lucky you have advantage. Only 2 of you pass the save.
Oh wow, okay.
Can I
Look at us
flash of
indeed.
genius myself?
You can.
What?
What's your flash of
Big
genius
brain
number?
it.
+5?
Yeah, you can do that if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna flash of genius myself.
Okay, so as you guys hear this laugh, you feel the ground beneath you start to shake, and you notice very quickly, Mountain, Nilo, and Morthos, you notice that the snow going in about 30 feet in both directions from you is starting to move. And you realize that it's not snow, and the body that's just ahead of you is in fact dead and undead, and you feel those of you that failed. So
I do have to point to clarification. Everybody's within 10 feet of me, I think it is, or the radius is now maybe up to 30 feet, but they have +2 because of my aura of protection. Does that help anybody?
it helps.
So I would put Mountain at 25.
It helps Silas pass. So you're the only one that then fails.
I didn't pass.
No, it's a DC 22.
What?
You didn't pass. No, you had
Oh
failed.
my
You're
god!
welcome,
When you
A
when you
nat
said
20
like 2
didn't pass,
people
that's so
pass, I was like,
good.
oh yeah, dude, I'm all good.
No, it wasn't you.
Oh
Yeah, I was thinking
god,
that too. I was like,
damn,
wait,
dude.
Yeah.
You didn't pass. So you guys, the 4 of you, except for as you're yelling out that there's an undead thing here, as you yell out, Aram, that there is a undead thing right in front of you, you guys see that. Let me do this real fast, and then it's so. You guys see and feel that this. You see these wings just beat out from beside you, and Aram, you're knocked prone, and the other 4 of you jump out of the way as this winged monstrosity just unleashes its wings, blasting snow everywhere up and around you.
Dang it.
It's a dragon.
Fucking shit, dude.
So you're knocked prone, Aram.
Okay.
The rest of you notice that this blizzard is so strong right now that the dragon can't actually fly.
Oh.
but she's
Well.
noticed you. And
It's a female dragon.
She's noticed you, and she sees you. What do you want to do?
First thing that I want to do is, can I notice? Do I notice if she has any, like a saddle or anything like human made on her?
Yep. The saddle that's on her back has that corpse that you just saw as she blasted her wings out and kicked the snow off of herself. It's on top of her.
Do I need to roll for my table since I haven't done that in a while?
Yes. Yeah, that is a new day, yeah.
98, 98, 98. Fuck.
Nope.
This
54.
might
What's a
be
54 do?
stupid, but we're gonna try animal handling. Easy now. Easy.
You're gonna try an animal handling it?
Yes. If it has a saddle on its back, it might be tamed. But that doesn't mean it won't be hostile towards us, so...
Okay, go ahead and roll an animal handling check.
Can
Nope.
I? Can
Nope.
I? Can I use? Can I shout at him before or as he's doing it?
Yeah,
Even
wait.
if
Are you
if he
just
does.
like? Are you just
I will-
going up to the dragon and like trying
No,
to
he's
beat it or
like-
something?
No, he's like putting his hands out slightly, like kind of, Steve Irwin type of thing, like safe distance away, saying, like hands out, like easy now.
Oh, you're not
easy.
safe distance away. You're 10 feet away.
Mountain, wait.
You're 10
That's
feet
not
away
the
from
dragon.
This is the dragon. So you
So,
guys were going up towards the
can-
corpse, and you're like 10 feet away from its mouth right now because of the size of it. So
Can I shout to Gosh, Mountain, not Morthos. Mountain. It's a freaking dragon, an undead dragon.
you didn't get the. I will tell you that the undead ping you got was from the corpse, not from the dragon.
Oh, I thought they were both undead. Okay.
Nope, just
Never
the
mind. They
corpse.
wouldn't say that then.
So we'll toss you in
Okay.
initiative just so you guys have a turn order to do stuff.
Okay, this is.
That's a 15 on the animal handle. But again, he's keeping his distance, like kind of like easy now. Being very wary of it.
Wait, so the person on the saddle is undead?
Yep, they are. Ah, still goes there. Well, that's this creature's name. So let's put your. You have a +1, so you're actually going to be a 6.1 because you are just the dragon.
Very
doesn't have
cool.
anything, so there you go. All right, what do you guys want to do? You are now in initiative order to take whatever turns you decide to take.
Well, I guess
I
this
hold
is-
off till after Mountain.
Okay. So do you want to permanently delay your turn until after Mountain, or just wait until Mountain does something to take your action?
I want to wait till he does something to take my action this turn.
Okay, Morthos.
So Aramis shouted that there's an undead on the dragon, right?
Mhm.
Okay, well, undead aren't ever friendly. Ever.
Well, I mean, we do have that mummy servant butler, but it
Yeah,
does never.
yeah, that's different. Where's my poison at? What do I have?
I can
here?
only imagine how clean the tavern's gonna be by the time we get back.
You said it's 10 foot away from us?
It is, yeah.
And Morthos is gonna do the smartest thing he's ever done. I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna punch it in the face.
What is he punching in the face?
The dragon.
Okay. Go ahead.
Wham!
That actually
And
hits.
here we go.
Does that hit?
Are we?
It does
Are we
hit.
actually doing this?
And then second blam.
We're
Okay.
actually doing this.
That,
Okay.
that misses.
And then we're gonna bonus action, give myself 7 HP.
Okay. All right, Mountain. It's your turn.
You got this, guys.
This dragon looks pissed now. It looks pissed.
Damn it, Morthos!
do?
Alright. Morthos just royally pissed off the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Was it pissed before or not until Morthos hit it?
It looked unhappy before, but it looks pissed now.
Hmm.
What are we gonna do?
Probably something stupid, but here we go. Going to take a piece of crag cat meat
Oh
and
no.
toss it to the dragon.
Okay. You're gonna try another animal handling check on the dragon?
We're gonna give it a shot, even though it's pissed.
Okay.
I doubt it will work.
You throw crag cat meat at it?
I wanna flash of insight, that flash of genius, the fuck ever it's called.
Mm-hmm. You throw
I'm gonna
crag.
give it
You throw crag cat
plus
meat
5 to that.
at this dragon.
Like, tossing it to it type of thing.
The dragon goes and snaps his face over towards you, Mountain, and it looks at you, and you see its eyes start to get real. It turns and it starts peeling its eyes towards you, and it says in common to you, I am not a mere pleb of a dragon. You would make a better meal than that frozen piece of shit that you threw at me. Why don't you
That
do
was a
your
waste of
favor?
flash of genius.
Why don't you do yourself a favor and make this fun for me and run?
Looks like rage.
Okay. So you rage. You gonna move anywhere?
I'm assuming throwing the meat was
For action, yeah.
my action.
Mm-hmm. You got your movement left. What are you gonna do?
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. 40. And I'm using his ability that Tabaxis have.
Okay.
To get about there, like right behind it.
Okay. All right. So let's. I will say I did not
Uh,
anticipate you to fight a dragon, but here we are. So.
Is it Nyla? Yeah.
Oh, no, you're right. Sorry.
I'll skip to Aram. He's a 10. I don't know why he's not above the 6 part.
That is weird. But
I think he rolled after you organized it.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. So Nilo, it's
That's
your,
possible
yeah,
because it
so-
took a long time.
Gotcha. So Nilo, it's your turn because you held your action till after Mountain, and then it'll be Aram's turn. Good catch on that.
I'm going to just take a regular longbow shot at it.
Okay.
No advantage.
Okay. That hits.
At 20.
Nat 20!
So 16, 23 damage plus, what's that? 7, 10, 23 plus 20, 43. Not bad. Not bad.
And for my bonus action, I'm going to use the poison I made yesterday to put it on my next arrow.
Okay, cool. Are we gonna move anywhere?
I'm gonna pull back to here.
Okay. Aram.
Oh, I knew it was an undead, but there's a dragon too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I can get here.
Yeah.
And then I am going to swing with my battle axe.
Okay.
And if that hits,
It does
it is two-handed because I don't have a shield.
Okay.
And then I would like to level 2 smite it as
Okay.
it burns with flaming embers as it slices, and that's 3d8 for smite level 2. I will mark off a spell slot.
Okay.
And then for a second attack, if I may.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the 28 hits.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, okay, good. Just checking.
That hits too.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't hit. We're leaving.
Can I smite it again, please?
Yeah, you
Or is it
can.
once per turn?
You can.
Okay, then the blade is still kind of glowing from almost like it's been pulled out of a blacksmith's furnace, and then I just strike it again. Those are pretty good actually. And then as a bonus action, if I may conclude my turn, I would like to begin to shimmer and glow with this almost like a heat aura, as I am being shielded by my Shield of Faith spell.
Man, burning through all your spell slots in one round, huh? Okay.
That's level 1 though.
All right. Okay. Silas. Apparently you're fighting a dragon. What do you want to do?
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna just over here try to yell over the blizzard like, "This is a dragon, and we need to run." And I'm going to cast Summon Lesser Demons to try to make a distraction.
Okay.
And I don't know if like they can hear me over the blizzard, but I'm sure as hell hoping.
You should have the demons in your thing. I think.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I got it.
You should have them in your actual Roll20 book too. Cool.
Yeah.
So as you summon these demons, do they get to attack right on your turn? I think they do, right?
I think it's right after my turn.
Okay. Cool. All right. So you can go ahead and.
I want to like summon them right on top of the saddle. Is that cool?
Yeah, sure. You can summon them right on top of it. That's cool. What is their AC and their HP?
HP is 10, and their AC is 15.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take these 3 out, and then I'll just copy and paste that one right here, because then I don't have to type it in. Boop, boop, boop. Cool. All right, cool. So they appear, and what do you want them to do on their turn?
I mean, I'd assume they'd all just attack. I don't really get to control them, so.
Okay, cool. What are their attacks? Because I believe you have that.
They're just all gonna bite, which would be
okay.
A +5 to hit.
All right, so just roll 4 d20s, and then we'll just add 5 to each one. Yep. 1 hits.
One. Okay, so that's 1d4 plus 3.
Yep. 6. Okay.
And I'm gonna start backing up. Yeah, right there is good.
Okay. Oh yeah.
And that's my turn.
Okay. This dragon yells out and starts laughing and cackling, and you hear them say, "Yes, I love it when my food puts up a fight." I need every creature within 120 feet to make a wisdom saving throw, please. So that's all of you.
10 feet. No one's in 10 feet of me. Never mind.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
Okay.
Will Flash of Genius help me here?
You get to tell me if you're going to use it or not, and I will tell you if it helps or not.
Give me a second.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's just using my reaction. Damn, I can't do it multiple times.
Okay.
You gotta.
Is my saving throw modifier or of protection? Does that affect me too, or is it just?
Yeah, it should automatically be added into your saving throws on D&D Beyond, I think.
Okay.
I'm
8.
not gonna use it. I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think a 15 is gonna pass here.
Okay, so, Silas and Nilo, you both pass. The other 3 of you are considered frightened, and you can repeat the save at the end of each of your turn. So, it's frightened all of you, and now it's going to make 3 attacks.
Anyone it attacks that isn't me is at disadvantage
Okay.
because I hit it last turn with the Thunder Gauntlets.
That's cool. You're right in front of it, so it's going to go ahead and take a bite
I
at
mean,
you.
yeah. I assume so.
That's a 25 to hit
Yeah, that hits.
for a total of 20 damage for the first attack.
So minus 13 on the normal health.
And then it's going to take one claw attack at you and one claw attack at Aram because you're both close. So the first claw attack against you is a 16 to hit, which I think misses.
That misses.
And the second claw attack.
That Aram is at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. So the first hit against Aram was a 32 to hit. The second one against Aram was a 26 to hit.
I tried,
That-
Aram. I did my
Still,
best.
I mean, I think you saved me from being critted unless this
No,
is
you
just,
didn't. That was not a crit.
Oh,
A 32
fuck.
isn't a crit. God, how much does this thing get plus?
I'm
Plus
telling
13
you
at
to
least.
run.
So you take 18 damage, Aram.
Oh, I'm just getting started.
Oh,
Ah!
all of the creatures that are on top of it also had to make the wisdom save against its ability as well.
He rolled
Oh, you
that.
rolled it. Oh, gotcha. So -2.
16, 7,
Oh,
13,
gotcha.
10.
So all of them fail except one. So we'll just say
Oh.
I'll just mark one of them. This one
Would
here.
that 15 have passed?
No.
Okay, so it's 16. I'd have been so pissed if you said yes there.
That pink one is the one that passed because I don't want to mark the other three. So that's the only one that's not scared. Okay. So it does that and it starts beating its wings, trying to blow the wind of this blizzard away enough that it can get off the ground because it still hasn't gotten off the ground yet. So it starts to beat its wings, and at the same time, after it finishes swiping its claws, it digs its back claws into the ground and starts to dig a hole in the ground. Nyla. So the only people not frightened right now of it are Silas and Nyla. Cool. I'm gonna mark you both with pink so I remember that you're not frightened. Everybody
I
else.
guess I'm gonna get down to a knee
Okay.
and shoot it with my longbow.
Okay. Good, because that's the only way you can get sneak attack, because even though they're within 5 feet, they are technically not threatening because they're frightened. So, cool.
Did it go through?
Doesn't the demon on top, doesn't it count as within 5
oh,
feet?
that one does.
Non-frightened?
You're right. It did not pop through yet.
Let me try.
Yeah.
again.
Do it. I can't believe you guys are fighting this dragon.
I got an idea. You'll love my idea.
Will I?
Just give me a second. I don't know. How much did you like my last one when I blew up your orcs? That's what this is.
I'm just gonna reload.
He's just mad that I blew up his war party.
No,
That's
I
what
didn't.
this
I
is.
don't care that you blew up the war party. You guys
This
decided
is
to
retaliation, guys.
If it was retaliation, I would have just
Alright, let's see
swallowed
the
your
idea.
character.
This is. This is gonna
Aram,
swallow
how
your
did you know my
character.
idea?
Huh?
Aram whispered to me. How'd you know? Because that is it.
Try it. 20.
20. Just
Yes.
hits.
Plus poison
Then
damage.
I also roll 3d6 as well.
Yeah. Okay.
33 damage.
All right. Cool. All right.
And, question for you.
Mhm.
This poison, this was the one that it could deal more each turn, correct? If it didn't pass a save, right?
What did the notes for that poison say? I think you're right though.
I just have a, I didn't get the whole thing down. It's like I said, I didn't write it all down. It just says 3d6
Mhm.
damage and DC 13 check.
Okay. Yeah. So that would be. Oh, that would be to take full damage or half damage if they pass the check. So, I'll roll the con save. What's the DC on it? It's your. What did we say the save one that was?
You just
Quick question: who had the horn?
It was a 31, so it passed the save. So it takes all 17 damage, but it's not poisoned. That's what it was. If it failed the
Oh.
save, it would be poisoned and take damage going forward. But so it passed the save, so it just takes the 17 out the gate, and that's it. So, as soon as you take that attack, it's going to use 2 legendary actions. 2 of its legendary
Fuck me.
actions. and every creature within 15 feet of it, which luckily Mountain's just outside of that. So basically, if I go from here, yeah, you're just outside. So it's Morthos, Aram, and all of the demons on top of him need
Yep.
to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw or take 15 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I want to go ahead and reaction that and go up to a 19.
Okay. So, and this is +3 to each of them. So,
It is a +3 to each.
okay. So all of the demons but one die.
Nice.
No.
That was like my most overpowered spell, and it's just gone now.
So he's gone, he's gone, he's gone. He takes half by passing, which means that he gets that down by half is 7. It's that.
Wait, do I pass
when
the
they
save?
when they die,
No, it's 22.
when they die, creatures within 10 feet need to make a DC 11 Wisdom saving throw or take a D4 psychic damage.
Okay, I'll make 3 of those saves. Both of you failed. It's a 22 save, and you both take 15 damage. It was a wisdom save. 1, 2,
Yeah, 3 Wisdom saves.
3.
Yeah,
I rolled a 26, a 14, and a 23.
it all passes. Is any of the allies within 10 feet?
No, they're on top of the dragon. So, all right. So it used its legendary actions in response to Nilo and Morthos. It's your turn. And
All right, is its mouth open?
I mean, it's open enough. What are you? You're not gonna be able to throw something into its mouth if that's your plan right
No,
now.
I want to jump into it.
Yeah, you can do that.
Do I need to make any rolls or anything?
You go ahead and make a straight dexterity check to see if you can get it right into its mouth.
Can I reaction salute him with my battle axe that's on fire? It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Good robot.
Remember you took 15 wing
Oh.
bludgeoning damage, Aram.
That's right. I didn't
2.
mark that off.
Yep.
Okay.
So you jump to get into his mouth, and you get in there, but you drag yourself across their teeth as you do it because you don't avoid them. So you're gonna take 3d8 damage.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
So you take 15 damage just grazing your body across their mouth.
Cool. Now that I'm in its mouth, I want to open my bag of holding.
So to get in the mouth was an action. I don't
Oh,
think you can
no.
use an object as a bonus action. You're not a rogue. So you'll have to wait until your next turn to open that as an action.
I'm gonna die before my next turn, but I'm inside the mouth. I will bonus action something. Fuck me.
Offensive.
Make
Don't-
sure you take the froggy with you.
Basically, you're there. Okay.
I'm gonna gain 7 temporary hit points with a defensive shield. Yeah. As a bonus action.
Okay. Alrighty. It's gonna use its last legendary action and make a tail attack against. What's its reach on its tail? Oh, it's gonna make a tail attack at Mountain because it can just reach with its tail 20 feet away. So that's 25 to hit Mountain
That'll hit.
for 18 damage, reduced to 9 because you're raging and it's bludgeoning damage. So, and now Mountain, it is your turn. You just got thwacked by a giant white dragon tail.
Time to toot the horn.
Okay.
Let's see.
What's the thing on that? Say.
He's basically moving down.
Okay.
It's like where he's out of range of the blast.
What's the range of it?
We're trying to figure out who has the horn.
You have the horn.
I have the horn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then let's see. If I'm here, we're going to 15. Alright. So, aiming in.
So it's a 30-foot cone
If
from
mountain-
from you.
Yeah.
So it will look like this. Here's what it will do. Bam. It's gonna basically go like that from you. So that's basically how this cone will go.
So, as long as allies are out of that area,
Morthos is in its mouth, which is right. I will tell you before you decide to make this your action. If you blast it like that, Morthos is going to take this hit because he's in this dragon's mouth. Before you decide if this is your action, even if you aim it, you're gonna hit this dragon and it's gonna chomp, and Morthos is gonna take the equivalent of the blasting horn damage if he fails. I'm just letting you know. So this is your call.
Is the mouth open and am I able to see Morthos? I assume not, but I mean,
Yeah,
like,
you can
might as
see
well try.
enough of Morthos, yeah.
Like,
Is that what you want to do with the horn of blasting?
objections.
What does the Horn of Blasting do again?
you're gonna die, Morthos.
I knew that when I jumped in the dragon's mouth. I just want to open my bag of holding first.
It does 5d6
Oh.
damage.
All right.
It's how much damage?
5d6.
5d6. Is that gonna kill me? 5d6 is 30. Fucking send it. That's not enough to kill me.
Oh, do you want me to do it?
Fucking send it.
Alright.
All right, here we go. I guess we're doing this.
Alright, so you're gonna have to make a constitution saving throw, Morthos, of 15.
Oh, cool. At least it's like my good one.
Yeah. It's a 15 constitution saving throw. And then, so go ahead and roll
Hey.
25. Yeah, so roll 5d6 damage.
It's like I get a +8 to that, plus my Flash of Genius. So I had to roll a better than a 2.
Okay. It rolled a 26. As you blast this horn, because this horn can be heard for 600 feet away,
We're just getting more dragons over here.
go ahead and roll a percentile die for me, Mountain.
No, dude.
Oh, darn. Can I do it?
Nope,
No,
he has to do it
dude.
because he rolled it. He rolled the attack. Roll a percentile die.
Come on.
Nat 100. Nat 100. Bring more dragons. 99. Oh,
Is
yeah.
it the barbarians?
dude.
Or is it dragon?
Is it bad or is it good? Please.
Barbarians come back to health.
But-
Please.
Please don't
Because
die.
because I didn't say the order of which I was gonna set this up before he rolled it, it's a pass because 20% chance can blow it up, and like every 20 could blow it up. But since you rolled a 99, it doesn't blow up
Oh.
on you. So the horn does not blow up.
Thank God.
And can Mountain throw that to me?
Inside the mouth.
On their next turn, sure. As you
If I live?
as you blow this horn, and the sound just reverberates, you see the shock waves blast out from around you, and you hear, because you still don't have the sight, you hear a guttural call back in response.
Fuck yeah, we get giants on our side. I hope they're on our side. I really hope they're on our side.
All right, Aram.
I have a question.
Mhm.
So, if I run this general direction, is that considered away from it?
You would come in and out of its melee range, so.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm talking about being frightened. Like,
Oh.
if I
Yeah,
am
can I roll
just
my
the
wisdom
frightened run.
save?
Oh yeah, you can roll your wisdom
Sorry.
save. And you would have to run. I would say you would have to run more of
More this way.
yeah, more like this
That-
direction, at the most.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's. Second question is, can I take the move action at the end of my turn, or is it first thing?
You can do it whenever. More
Okay,
those
so
that currently
I-
fails.
I will try and slice it with my battle axe twice and then run. Is that cool?
So your attacks will be at disadvantage against it, I believe, because you're frightened.
That is true.
disadvantage on ability
Okay.
checks and attack rolls while it's within sight. So
Okay, so that's the same for spells anyway. So I'm gonna try.
Just close your eyes and hit it.
it's still
It's
gonna
not
be
within sight
will
anymore.
it's still a disadvantage because then you're blind.
Tell me if that
So,
rolled. I
Uh,
don't think it did.
It did not.
I have a feeling it's being really slow because I did definitely click it.
19
Okay.
misses. 27 hits.
And it's two-handed, but I will smite it at level 3. So that's
Okay.
3d8.
Okay.
And that's my last level 2 slot. And
Okay.
then I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's gonna take an attack of
spots away.
opportunity as you run away. It's gonna
I
take
don't
it.
have a choice.
It's gonna take it with its. We'll say with its claw, because it's got its mouth occupied right this second. That's a 21 to hit.
Oh no, 19 is with my my shield. So yeah, it hits.
Is it sanctuary or is it?
No, it's
shield?
it's the shield one. It is
Okay, shield of faith. Gotcha.
Shield
So,
of Faith. Yeah.
okay, so, well, you should have rolled concentration before for the damage you took to maintain it, but it still hits you. So it's 16
Oh.
damage. So now roll a. We'll
Do
just
you-
roll 2 con checks now. We'll just do it that way.
Okay.
You passed the first one, so just roll it again for your second one. You failed this one, so you no
Okay,
longer
so
have the shield. That's no longer up. So you take 16
Okay.
slashing damage total.
Okay. 16, and then as a bonus action, because smiting isn't a bonus action.
Nope.
Lay on hands is an action.
Mhm.
I will cast. No, I'm just gonna cast Shield of Faith again. I will mark off the spell slot.
Okay, cool. So you head back up to your AC. Silas, you see Morthos get chomped out in its mouth. You see your friends getting scared. Oh, also you can make another wisdom save, Aram, to see if the fright goes away. You pass. You're no longer frightened.
I believe I also need to make a wisdom save.
You do. You fail. You are still scared. So I will put a pink dot on you, Aram, because you're not scared. So the two of you without dots are still scared. Silas.
Okay.
You got one demon left who's looking hurt, and you got a buddy in his mouth.
I'll go here.
Okay.
I don't even know if we're running or not. I don't know what's happening here, and I'm just going to cast Sacred Flame on it.
Okay. 15. The dex save is 16.
Uh-huh.
Okay. 25.
Oh wow. Okay.
This dragon's not
Then-
looking that hurt, by the way.
Yeah. I'm gonna back up a little again,
Okay.
and that'll be my turn, and then my demon will actually. He's still
Miss.
frightened.
Yep.
Yeah,
The
so
demon.
I'm going-
So the demon can attack. It's just at disadvantage, but if that's its attack, it's gonna miss no matter what. So
No, that was the wisdom save to see if it
Oh.
was.
it's gonna miss with a 19. Well, 15 would miss because he had to attack at disadvantage. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it
and
would miss.
It. Okay.
It misses.
Then.
Okay.
That's my turn.
So you see it gets its Okay, so this you effectively feeding yourself to a dragon. He's gonna freeze you in his mouth and everyone else around you. You see, Silas, as this dragon cocks its head back to make sure this is the right size. First, I think this is the right size. I want to make sure I got the right one here. I don't have a token big enough, so I'm gonna have to use the token I got. So
You can like enlarge it, maybe, or no?
I can. So it's bigger than this. So it's gonna come out of its mouth, and it goes 30 more feet from like here. So basically, you three, including Morthos, because Morthos are in its mouth, are gonna have to make Constitution
Yeah,
saving
can't I-
throws.
Can't I hide under the tongue?
No, Morthos, you're at disadvantage because you're in its mouth.
I'm at disadvantage for a saving throw?
In its mouth because it's breathing frost breath on you. Disadvantage. Okay.
I'm gonna Flash of Genius myself.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, that uses my reaction. I'm gonna absorb elements reaction. Fuck Flash of Genius.
Okay. So, you all fail. It unleashes this 90-foot huge cold breath spell. And
Since I'm in its mouth, does my absorb elements for everyone? Because I'm absorbing the elements as it starts.
no, just you. And you're all. Do you all have resistance to cold damage?
Fuck no, I
think
don't.
so.
Yep.
Okay.
Me and Nilo, dude.
Okay. So you and Nilo. Oh my god. So Morthos, how much HP do you have total, Morthos? What's your total life pool?
Oh,
I have 38 plus 7, so I have 45.
So 45 plus 81. Okay, you don't die. But you will take 79 minus 11, 70. You take 68 cold damage.
Hell
Mhm.
yeah.
And the other two of you who have resistance take 40 cold damage.
Hey, did you hear my question?
What's that?
Does my absorb elements affect everyone
No.
since I'm in its mouth at the start of the source?
No, because you would effectively be knocked unconscious by the time it got out of you. Because you're
Drats.
you're unconscious now, right? With 66 damage.
Yeah, I'm unconscious. I'm unconscious as fuck.
Yeah. So you all, Morthos is unconscious, and the other two of you take 40 damage.
Can I still see Morthos?
You can see Morthos. He's becoming a frozen ice cube. And you just hear this dragon start to laugh. Nilo.
Hey, am I still scared?
No, you're unconscious, but you're not scared anymore. Because you're dead.
Woo! And I have a pink dot on the pink dot.
Oh, I'll give you a pink dot. Yeah, the demon was on top of it, so the demon does not have to make the save because he was on top of his mouth. So yeah, Aram and Mountain, you just saw your friends all get frozen blasted. Alright, Nilo.
I don't really have a choice. I'm gonna get down to a knee.
Okay.
Take a shot.
Okay.
Which apparently it's not doing again. Equal 20.
It did not show up for me for some reason.
I'm gonna switch to roll 20. It's not doing for whatever reason on the other one.
Okay, that's fine. 18. Cool. Mountain, you did damage last time. Yes, your rage is still going. Good. 18 misses. And you have no movement because you had to use your bonus action to give that up to stay there. All right. As you take your turn, it's going to go ahead and make a tail attack at Mountain. It's going to just turn and swing and whip its tail right at you. Mountain, a 33 to hit for 17 damage, reduced to 8. So, Morthos.
Guys, you ready for this nat 20 death saving throw? So
Make
I
a
can
death saving
take
throw.
my turn.
Make a death save. It's a success. You have one success. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does my frog feel threatened by me dying?
You don't know. You're unconscious. Mounted.
Okay.
You don't know.
Fair.
Alright.
You just got tail whipped in the face by a big white dragon. And you see them still like batting their wings, trying to get this blizzard to disappear from around them. What you wanna do? You are still frightened, so your attacks are at disadvantage.
Yes.
But
Should
you
I
also
make a
have
wisdom now or at the end of my turn?
It's at the end. But remember, you also have blind sight, so you can attack with your eyes closed and have a straight roll.
Yes.
So if you're doing that, since you have blind sight, you don't have to see, so you can just close your eyes. You can't use a longbow from within melee range because that will
no,
be
I was trying to use the longsword. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
That's
I was trying to click on longsword.
That's fine. I just wanted
It's pretty much the same.
Okay, so
I
yeah,
believe.
an 18 will miss.
Yeah. So, yeah. Let me. Do you want me to roll the actual die?
Uh,
Because it is like one thing less.
What's the
looks like.
difference? One less? It doesn't matter.
It looks like a point, so yeah.
18 will miss either way. So, because you get to, are you doing 2 attacks or 1 attack? We'll just re-roll them. Re-roll them with your longsword. We'll do it that way. It'll be easier than
Okay.
trying to figure it out. So roll your attacks with your longsword. 23
one
hits. 21 hits.
and
Cool.
2.
Yep. So see, both are better. So, cool.
19.
19 total. Okay.
Yep. As he runs alongside it.
Okay.
So 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay. Is that where you end your turn?
And then wisdom save.
Okay. As you run past it out of its range, it's gonna make a claw attack of opportunity at you, which I think a 16 misses you to hit.
Yeah,
right?
it does.
Okay, and a 12 fails. So you're basically running around with your eyes closed right now. So, which is fine, but right now you can only see within that 10-foot bubble. So everything in the purple is all you can see. So, I mean, I'm not going to take your sight away for the person. You can just open your eyes again, but you can only see what's in your purple bubble right now, until you open your eyes again. So, unless you open them, but yeah. Aram.
Okay, so I just realized that I have a shield equipped, which is why my AC was 17 plus 2 with the spell.
Mhm.
But he's been using his battle axe two-handed,
Yeah.
so I don't know if you want to retcon anything. I don't think anything would actually change.
No, probably
But
not. It's fine.
I'm gonna.
It's
He's been using two-handed weapons, so he doesn't have his shield on.
Okay.
As his turn, he is going to touch the shield, just I guess, which is his holy symbol on his back, and he's going to buy back a level 2 spell slot.
Okay.
And then he's going to just lift up 2 fingers and point towards Morthos, and he's going to say, "Pelor, heal that robot."
Okay. You can't cure wounds unless you run up into his mouth.
This is problematic.
The one with range. Do the one with range.
I don't think he has one.
Don't have it, lad. Can I go 1, 2, 3? How high up is he?
You can jump up and smack Morthos' frozen corpse if you want.
Okay, can I have
I am
not
not
done
a
the hardest
corpse
divine
yet.
power?
Can you what?
I don't want to do the divine power.
Oh.
Can I have undid that?
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's a bonus action. That is what I want to do. So I do divine power, but then I would like to jump and then just kind of grab onto his ankle,
Mhm.
and I would like to heal him for 35 points of lay on hands.
Okay. Cool. You
I'm
get
down to 0.
you get-
All or nothing.
you get 35 points of lay on hands, and because you were unconscious, you do not get the benefits of that absorb elements. I think Morthos, Aram.
Why would I get absorb elements?
No, Morthos did,
No, 'cause I cast it before.
and then he went unconscious. So
Why not?
I don't think
I
you
want
do.
the extra damage.
Nah. I'll tell you, it's immune to it anyway, so it doesn't actually matter.
Oh.
So.
Okay, that's my turn. Moved, bonused, and
Okay.
spent all my emergency heals. Sorry, guys.
All right, Silas, it is your turn.
Hey,
Okay.
I just realized something.
Uh huh.
And I need to ask about it before we get too much further. I guess it might be too late. So the spell Absorb Element says I have resistance to the triggering damage type, as well as lessening its effect on me.
So you had at the same time you had 33 HP. That would have been reduced to 40. So you wouldn't have
Well, I was
been.
at-
What were you
Yeah, I
at?
wouldn't have been unconscious. Is my
No.
I guess thing there.
Well, now we know. I don't want to go back and retcon all of those moves. So
Yeah.
now we know for the future. So cool. But yeah,
Just for next time.
and now you know.
And it's until my next turn, so you know.
well,
I'm
there
still
you go.
resistant for now.
For now. All right. So Silas,
Okay, so Morthos is up now.
looks to be that way.
Okay. Well, that's sort of. I'm gonna I'm gonna cast darkness on top of its head, sort of,
Okay.
or on its head, so that it just can't see anything. Where's the token?
Okay.
Here it is. Yeah, I'll cast it right here.
Okay. So everybody in
Um,
that circle is now blind.
So I've got a question actually, because one of my paladin abilities is Aura of Awareness. Does that mean Morthos and I can still see? Or no?
You cannot be
Does that blindness
you
like
can't-
physically blinded?
So you cannot be blinded as in the blinded condition, and darkness doesn't make you blind, I don't think.
It's just we see blackness.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Such a fine detail. Okay.
So basically, your attacks are at disadvantage. You just can't be blinded. So like, you don't automatically fail dex saves and things like that. That's the kind of blindness that it avoids for you. This is just magical darkness. You just can't see. That's all. So like, if you got attacked, it would just be regular. You just don't have the blinded condition.
And I'm gonna just use my telepathy to tell them to just get out of there,
Okay.
and we need to
You know,
run.
I just remembered.
Hmm.
I could have been using my reaction with my tail to block attacks.
Could have been, but there you go. Now you know. You want to roll the attack for your demon?
Oh, yeah, I'll wisdom save first. of
It
course.
fails. It can attack at disadvantage if it
Is-
wants.
Yay.
Good job,
it's
Henry.
being-
It misses.
It's doing great, man. Doing great.
That's funny. I put it back in the back just so I could grab the actual token
Okay.
front. Yeah, so it's there. All right, so it's the dragon's turn. The dragon does not seem to be affected by
and
darkness
I'm
in
a
any
start
way,
going.
shape, or form.
That's awesome. I love that.
It has flying sight.
I actually love that so much.
It has a lot of things, blindsight included. Yes. I'm gonna roll a d6 here. Oh shit, I didn't need to. Just it was the first one, not the second one. Cool. It doesn't get its frostbite back. It would have if it was the second one, but it doesn't. So it's going to go ahead and emit a frightful presence. It roars, and let me see here. If creatures say they're successful or the effect ends for it. So basically, it does that, but it can't affect any of you except Mountain, who is currently frightened. So it doesn't do anything, but it can now make 3 attacks as part of its stuff. So it's gonna take. Morthos is in its mouth. It's gonna bite Morthos. Morthos, you're prone since you were unconscious, so its bite against you.
He's back up. I healed him.
He didn't stand up though, because he couldn't, because it wasn't his turn yet. So Morthos, you take 26 to hit. You're resistant to cold damage, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's reduced by half. So 7 plus 17 is 24.
There's cold damage in this.
Yeah, and I reduced the cold damage already to
Oh
7.
no, I was gonna cast absorb elements again.
You can do that if you want to.
I don't want to die.
Okay. So you took 17
cast
piercing.
it?
Yep. So you take
Okay.
18 total damage because you reduced the 7 to 1. So you take 18 total damage as part of its bite. So then it's gonna go ahead and take a claw attack at Aram because you're right there, which is a 30 to hit for 15 damage.
I'm still up.
And
Just barely.
and it has movement of 40. So it's gonna do this. It's gonna move towards you, Silas. I gotta move this to the back.
Oh
This
my
is
God,
out of this is out of the way. So it's going to move over here, which will give Aram an attack of opportunity. Morthos, you're still in its mouth. And it's gonna take a claw attack at Silas. Because you're trying to cast it. 27 for 18 damage.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Tomb of Levistus.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just go inside of my ice cube.
Alright. And you get how much for that?
70 temp HP.
Yeah, you're good. So you take 70 and that reduces by 18. So you currently have 52 temporary hit points and you're not dead.
Okay.
Aram, it moved out of your range. If you want to take an attack of opportunity against the dragon, you can.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Just one attack, right?
Yep, and that misses. Actually, it would be at disadvantage because it's in the dark, but it misses anyway, so it doesn't matter. Cool.
I mean, as soon as I went into the
Would have been.
Okay,
tomb,
it drops.
the
Great,
darkness would have dropped, yeah.
great. Yeah, so it missed.
Oh,
You get 1 for
yeah.
attack of opportunity, and it missed anyway, so you're fine.
that's fine.
Yep, Nyla. Your party is faltering pretty hard. What do you want to do?
Out of desperation, I'm gonna try the Great Bag of Tricks twice to see if I can get some things just soak up damage.
Okay.
So what happened with that horn answer?
He'll
Do
tell
we
us
know
when
what
it's
that was
relevant.
from?
I'll tell you. Well, it's been their movement's coming. This. You start to see a troll come into your view.
Oh shit!
A friendly-looking troll?
Nope, an angry-looking ice troll.
I think I'm gonna hide in the dragon's mouth some more.
Okay.
Looks like our two longtime friends are back.
The badger and the wolf.
Badger and the giant badger.
Oh,
I can't pull them out.
That's
what is
okay.
with you and badgers, my dude?
Let's see here. Badger, badger,
Power
badger, badger,
dice.
badger. Badger.
You are the badger lord.
And giant badger.
And
Right.
I'm telling them to attack my enemy.
Cool. So they go to attack. Great.
And
What's-
I'm running like crazy.
Okay. Where are you running to? Okay, cool. You can dash as your bonus action or as your action as well as your movement. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm saying hasta la vista.
Well, if you pulled two out, that would be two actions. So it would be an action and a bonus action to pull two out. So you get one movement. So you basically got to throw two instead of just one, which is cool. So you take
I
off.
get vision from them. Just I can't really see.
Oh,
anything
yeah.
from them.
That's fine. I think they get like, we'll just say they have 30 feet because I think that's what they actually have. All right, cool. He is going to take a legendary action to whip the demon that's on top of his head because he's tired of
Can
it
they
being.
attack though?
Yeah, they can attack.
Sure.
Do you want its legendary action first, or the attack?
It's gonna hit. It's gonna kill the demon. So it's gonna attack.
It
that.
could miss.
19 to hit for 19 damage. It does. But yeah, they can
miss,
attack him now.
Wisdom save.
It's dead.
Let's see. Yeah, well, when it dies, the
Yeah.
wisdom save. And
Yeah.
just
The,
That's true.
hope for
giant
some
badger,
little damage.
Hmm.
it's,
18 and 9 both miss, and then, yep, cool. Okay,
that was the multi-attack.
okay, they both miss, and that'll miss. Okay, Mountain, you
What?
see?
You skipped me.
Did I? Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know why I skipped you. Whoops.
I'm not dead anymore. Dang
There you
it.
go, Morthos. You were in its mouth still.
How wide is its throat?
It's a big dragon, so pretty big.
Well, we're gonna open the bag of holding and hope it does what I'm hoping it will.
Okay, what are you hoping it'll do?
Clog up its throat
With the stones?
with the stones, with 450 pounds of stones.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I want to choke this
Did
dragon
this
to death.
work?
Okay, so here's what we're gonna say.
Oh my god.
So you have what, like 8 stones in there?
Yeah, we said 8, and I had around 50 pounds left.
Okay, so we'll say
450 pounds worth.
that each stone does 2d6 damage. So that's 16d6 damage, and we'll say it's a Constitution save of what's your spell save?
My spell save was 16.
Okay, so it'll do a Constitution saving throw against your spell save. If it's successful, it'll take half of 16d6. Sound good?
16d6. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
So,
I'll just roll it out in the open so you see what it is. So if half of 53 if it passes. It passes. So it takes 26 damage and it is not choking. It just goes into its stomach. Okay. That was your action.
that was my action. Let's see, what can I do? Is there anything inside its mouth besides teeth that I can hold on to that are away from the teeth?
Its tongue.
That didn't sound like a good idea, though.
You can jump out of its mouth.
Yeah, but the last time I jumped into its mouth, I had to roll to see if I took damage. And if I take damage like that again, I'll die.
We'll say you can use your... Well, no, yeah, you're right. You have to jump out and see if you take damage. Because it might try and chomp you as you run away. You don't know.
Can I try to climb out of its mouth and get on its head instead of just jumping out?
Sure, you can combine your bonus action and movement and try and do a athletics check to climb out of its mouth onto its head.
It's better than anything else I've came up with. We'll do that.
Okay. Nope.
I fail.
So you just don't get out of its mouth. You go to try and do it, but it's like writhing its head around, so you don't take damage, but you also don't get out of its mouth. Cool.
All right. I'll shout outside to throw me the horn.
He's over here with the
Uh,
horn.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, Mountain
Um,
is far away.
Alright, so it's your turn, Mountain. I'm gonna put the troll into initiative now, since it's here. It'll jump in after the next round starts, so.
Yeah, Mountain plans on moving further.
You're still frightened of it, so you just can't move towards the dragon. Oh, are you guys running? Okay.
And then I'll do a wisdom save.
It's at the end of your turn. So any
Yeah.
actions you want to take right now, you're still under the frightened condition until then. So any attack.
He will hold
Well,
a attack
Actually,
if the troll approaches, I guess.
okay. And so you can't actually see the dragon right now because it's blizzarding. So it's out of your line of sight. So if it does attack you, then you won't have disadvantage because you can't see it. You can't see the dragon because it blends in with the snow. But now if that's the end of your turn, you can make a wisdom save.
He will hold an attack just in case the troll comes after him.
Okay. You fail. So you're still frightened. Aram.
He basically tells the other, "Let time to go."
What are you gonna do?
Can I try to jump on top of his tail and like get on top of the dragon?
You can certainly try. It'll be, because it's moving its tail, whipping it around, so it'd be an athletics check to try and get up there. We'll say DC 15.
Okay. I would like to try to get up to the rider.
Okay, yeah, you're up there. You can get
Okay.
up above it.
And he's undead, right?
He is undead.
Do I have any other actions, or was that my move?
That would be your action to make the check to climb up onto a moving dragon, and your movement. We'll say it's like 10 feet every movement to climb up on top of the dragon. So you still have a bonus
Okay.
action, and yeah, and some movement.
I don't have any bonus actions. I will lift my axe with the one hand, and I've got Thundering Smite, but I don't think I can attack it with this, so
No,
it would be
if-
casting for next round.
Does that get rid of your shield?
It's concentration, so yeah,
Okay, cool.
I don't care about shield right now.
Okay, so you have Thunder
With a
Smiting.
plus like 32 or whatever it has,
Okay.
it's gonna hit me.
All right, it's gonna use a legendary action to beat its wings towards the two little mini animals that just appeared, and they need to make a dexterity 22 saving throw each, or take 12 damage each, which I think would kill them if they fail.
Yeah, I can say right now they're probably not gonna pass.
Okay, cool.
Dex saving throw.
Yep, 22
Badger.
fails, and it's probably gonna die because I don't think they have a lot of HP. And
Die
then
Badger.
it also fails. Cool. Both those animals just get whipped away by the sheer force of the wind from the wings of the dragon. Silas, you feel the ice around you beginning to melt.
And that's my turn.
Oh yeah, that's your whole turn, isn't it?
Yeah. And so
Yeah,
I'm dead here. GG, boys.
Cool.
At least one of us will live on, hopefully.
All right. It sees all of you, and then hears the roar of this ice troll that has suddenly appeared out of nowhere. And so it is actually, with Morthos in its mouth, it's going to fly up 20 feet in the air, spit you out, and fly to the ice troll. Aram, you can try and
Try to
hold on
hold
to its
on.
back, or you can both try and hold on if you want to.
I want to hold on.
Okay?
I want to hold on. I'll die from this height.
Okay. So it flies over with both of you. It would only be 2d6 if you fell from there.
20?
Is
it athletics?
It isn't that much
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, it's only 2d6 if you want to be spat out. If not, you can stay in his mouth. But yeah, it's
I'm
athletics to
staying
hold
in
on.
the mouth.
Ah, fuck.
Okay, 11 and 12. So, both of you make dexterity saving throws because it tried to
Uh,
spit you out, Morthos, and you tried to hold on.
I want to flash of genius this.
Okay,
Is it
so
on my athletics.
So Aram, you're knocked to the ground, but you don't take any damage. Your athletics becomes a 16 Morthos, which is just enough to
17.
stay 17, just enough to stay holding on to its teeth inside of its mouth. It goes to this ice troll. It is going to use its frightful presence against an ice troll, which is probably going to fail. Oh, it for sure fails. It's frightened, which basically means that all of the attacks I believe against it, I can't move closer. So it's just going to go ham on this troll. A bite, 2 claws. It hits with all of them and does Jesus. Let's see how much damage is you about to do on this ice troll. Is this ice troll immune to this? I don't know. Oh yeah, it is cool. So now you have these 2 great beasts fighting each other as it just chomps down on this ice troll and takes a decent chunk out of it. Nilo, I will reorganize these now. So the troll is in there. So Morthos, you're still in its mouth. You just avoid, like as it goes to chomp down on the troll, you basically roll to the back of its mouth, grab onto its uvula, and then roll back to the front. And then it claws at this troll that is frightened of it. What do you want to do, Nilo? You see your animals get fucked up. Dragon goes towards this ice troll, which you might be able to just see. Yeah, you don't see what it's fighting, but you know something's there. What's a 5?
Panther comes out.
A panther?
Yep. And as it comes out, I'll attack my enemy.
Okay.
And I'll take a longbow shot at it.
And it takes what, 30 feet of night vision? Cool. So basically it's gonna be like, which enemy is attacking? The dragon or the troll?
Dragon.
Okay. Roll the attack for the panther and then your longbow shot. And yours is just a regular longbow shot.
Doesn't he get sneak attack damage since I'm within
If it
whatever
hits,
feet of it?
he's got a hit.
I believe in Nilo. Here's that nat 20.
Actually, wait. By the way, the panther's gonna do a pounce on it.
Okay. It will not be able to knock it prone. It is too big. I can tell you that.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it is.
It'll just bite.
You.
Sorry, everyone ignore that. Ignore that.
It misses horribly. It goes to bite and just bites onto one of its claws, and the dragon doesn't even seem to notice it's there. But you can take your longbow shot with your action, which misses. Okay. Oh no, where did I put the... Oh, there it is. I don't know why I made the turn order go away. That was weird. Alright. Just run. Okay. As you take a shot at it, it's going to use a legendary action to take a tail attack at the ice troll. Which definitely hits it for a bunch of damage. This ice troll's looking jacked up already. Morthos.
Alright, so I have another question here.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to display the spell I'm asking the question about. Alright, it's a heat metal.
Uh-huh.
Now, if I chunk something metal in this motherfucker's throat,
Mm-hmm.
and I cast heat
Iron.
metal on it,
Okay.
will it always just hurt the damn thing? 'Cause it can't let it go.
It can't let it go, but it also has stomach acid and it can cough stuff up. So basically, it would just make the save every turn, is what it would do. It would
And you
fail.
still have
It would fail the first
concentration
turn.
every
Yeah, you'd have to roll concentration every turn.
Yeah, I'm sure it's really easy to concentrate in here. So I'm trying to figure out if I have anything worth. Wait a second.
You have money.
I bet this thing's. No. I was about to pour poison down its throat, but I don't think that's really gonna do much.
I did poison it with an arrow, but it passed. But...
Yeah. it
Well, I
passed the
mean,
save.
this is the. I don't know. He didn't give me a name for it, so I called it night sleepy time.
Yeah, it's basically a sleep poison.
But with the con saves that it likes to make, I don't think it's gonna work. I'm just gonna spit acid down its throat.
With Tasha's caustic brew.
Yeah, does it get to make the death save since I'm in its mouth?
It does. get to make the dex
It does?
save. Yep. I can do it
How
with
does it dodge
disadvantage.
this?
I can do it with disadvantage because you're spitting acid into a stomach acid.
No, I'm just gonna spit it at its tongue.
All right, I'll roll at disadvantage though. So 16,
Yay.
second level, 12. Okay.
All of my spells require saves, and I don't think any of them are gonna hit it.
So at disadvantage it rolls a natural 1, but it chooses to pass instead. So.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm gonna pass this.
It rolled a 26 and a
Um,
natural 1. It rolled a natural 20 and a natural 1, and then just chose to pass because it failed. So.
Well,
He used the legendary resistance to pass. So.
So that's
I'm
6
gonna
damage
bonus-
still.
Yeah,
Or-
6 damage and that's it.
Nice level 2.
I'm gonna bonus action grow a tentacle. No, I'm gonna get 7 health actually. My last time I can do that.
Okay. Alright. Mountain, you see a
It's just
dragon
gonna
fighting an
fucking
ice
choose to
troll.
pass.
You chose to fight this. I will tell you, it's an ancient white dragon. You chose to fight this.
Yeah, I figured it was the big one.
Yeah.
God damn.
Alright, Mountain.
Believed in us. All right.
You open your eyes and you see a dragon, and you hear the dragon fighting a troll. But you can't see it, it's out of your range. But you hear it. What do you do?
Calls out to the others, guys, let's go now.
Did you take off running?
I'm going on ahead with or without you. Nothing personal,
Okay,
but if we need to go now, if
Alright.
we want to survive this.
okay. So you just
And-
take off running?
Yeah, he's like calling out, giving them that heads up, hey, let's get going now.
Okay, cool. So you take off running. I'm just going to put you in GM layer because you're effectively going to be off the map. As you run, your rage drops because you didn't do damage and you didn't take damage, so you're no longer raging, but you take off.
He's
Cool.
doing the smart thing.
All right, Aram, you hear Mountain call out to you over the wind and through the wind that he's running away. You've seen Nilo start to run away. You see Silas defrost, and you see this dragon go to this ice troll that you just fell off of. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna look into the distance where I heard Mountain, and I'm just gonna kind of tap my chest with my I'm holding the sword in my hand, or the axe, and so I just clink my closed fist against it, and then I'm gonna quote my tenant: "Never fear to act. Protecting Morthos is more important than running like a coward." And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4, 5. Do I get flanking?
He's in its mouth, and you're effectively attacking it from
With
behind.
the troll.
Oh, with the troll,
I was
no.
thinking.
No, not with
Okay.
the troll, no.
Okay. Well, I am going to bonus action
You're okay.
harness divine power for the second time.
Gotcha.
And then I'm going to just let out a battle cry and attack it twice with my +1 battle axe.
So that hits.
That will be smitten.
Okay.
I mean, I actually have to reroll the damage, so I'm just gonna roll like that, and then 3d8. So that is two-handed is 7 plus 12 for 19, and then I will attack it again for my
So,
second action, or my second attack.
Remember, you have your thunderous smite still as well.
I do. Do you want me to re-roll it or go with what I rolled before?
You can just reroll it.
Did I also roll my wisdom save?
Oh yeah, you can do that. So 7 plus
Okay.
12. Yeah, you passed it this time, Mountain. You were no longer scared as you run away.
Uh,
So
oh,
seven.
it needs to roll a dex save, I think.
Cool. So
Still.
21. So 28 damage to begin with. Okay. And then a dex
I mean,
save.
Mountain had a fair reason. Mountain has a fair reason for running because he was, in fact, under a frightened condition.
What happens? So what's your save on it?
Thunderous Smite is 13 strength.
Oh, it's a
Probably,
strength.
it's
a
probably,
Oh, it's
yeah,
a strength save. I
it's
rolled the wrong one.
gonna
Okay.
pass. It's gonna pass, but it's a little bit.
It's gonna pass. But
It did. It
why
did.
not
It did
try?
pass. It doesn't have proficiency in that save, but it passed.
Yeah, it's just only like +10. I'm
Not quite.
sure.
No. it's
I don't have any stats for this, so don't worry. I'm not
Okay,
looking.
That's fine.
But that was with his first attack. So second attack, which I presume is going to be his last turn on this earth.
23 does
That's 10 points.
it. Okay.
And can I smite it on level 1?
Yeah, you can smite it with any spell slot you have.
Okay, that's my last spell slot. So 6 more.
Okay. All right.
That's my turn.
Okay. It's going to use a legendary action and smack you with its tail. If it hits, 21 to hit for 12 damage.
I'm down.
Just poof, bats you away. Ice Troll's turn. The Ice Troll, this thing that just went at it, it's gonna take its attacks at him. This Ice Troll hits, misses, hits. 5, 12. Okay, let's do this damage on him real quick. And then it's gotta make a con save or something. It's gonna pass a con save, because if it doesn't, I will be surprised. It passes. Cool. And then it's going. The dragon is going to use another legendary action and use its tail against the panther. A 28 to hit for 17 damage. How much health does a panther have?
Oh, let me check.
Can it
that.
actually live?
It might.
No way.
Where you at, Panther? It only has 13 health.
Okay, so it also dies. And Silas, you see Aram just get thwacked with a tail. Morthos still in some mouth. You've heard Mountain running and Nilo's taking his way out. What do you want to do?
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm gonna be right at this edge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give Aram one little bit of
Hey,
healing.
Aram, you got 6 HP.
And I'm going to use my telekinesis or telepathy, whichever one it is,
Yep.
to just tell him, like, if you want to live, you need to leave. And then I'm going to use my what is it? Where is it? That invocation that I have where I can become invisible.
Okay.
There it is.
The Ghost Walk,
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Okay.
Takes an action, so.
You just become invisible? Great.
Yeah.
So we'll put this little. We'll say you're this. So you're invisible.
That's true.
I will
And
tell you.
that's
I will tell you if the dragon wanted to go after you, it wouldn't matter if you're invisible, because it could still see you.
It has blind sight.
It does have blind sight. But it's occupied right now. So it's going to, on its turn, it feels like it took out all the threats other than the one that's in its mouth. So the dragon, seeing that it's beaten its wings enough to give itself. Actually, first of all, let's do this.
Did the troll die? I'm sorry, I
No,
can't quite
the
see
troll
a
is,
troll.
Oh yeah, the troll is still alive. So
Okay.
if I moved you here, you could probably see the troll.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just out of your view. But no, it's still alive. So it doesn't get its frost breath back, but it is going to. It's going to grab the troll with its claws. So it's going to make a strength check against the troll's strength checks to grab it, and it beats it 25 to 20. And you see now, it flies up in the air. So Morthos, you have the opportunity right now to jump out of its mouth, or it's gonna spit you at the top of its flight. It's gonna spit you out.
Can I ask you a question in the other chat first?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, I guess I'm hopping over there. I'll be right back. Where'd he go? Oh, that one. Yes.
I accidentally swapped for my phone. I'm putting in my headphones. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. So, my infusions say that the replicate magic item infusion says I can use the same one multiple times
Uh-huh.
for just the replicate magical item.
Mhm. But if you
so-
replicate it, the one you make first disappears.
okay,
It disappears. Or you have to use multiple infusions of it, and you don't have two. So you would have to choose for your infusions list. If you want to do 2 bag of holding, you have to choose bag of holding 2 times, and then make
so I
2
was
separate.
wondering, that's what I was asking about because it doesn't have the option on there to make 2. I can't choose it twice, even though it says I can.
Oh. Well, we'll have to look at that in D&D Beyond. I don't know why it didn't do that, but it should let you do that.
Because that's what I was wanting to do. And I don't have one infusion active because I meant to ask earlier if I could have 2 bags of holding. But I also want to know if this is an important boss later, because if it was, I wasn't even gonna worry about that.
if you do what I think you want to do, you will also die. I will
Yeah,
tell
I
you that.
understand that.
Okay.
I realized I'm not a particular fan of artificers.
Okay. We'll let you if that's what you want to do, I will let you do it. I will let you do it.
Okay, you understand I'm talking about shoving a bag of holding in a bag of holding, right?
I know exactly what you're doing. Yep.
All right, cool.
And
I just wanted
and
to.
if that's what you want to do, what is about to happen next is gonna be awesome to narrate.
I just wanted to ask
Yep.
first because if this was something important to the campaign, I didn't want
No, it's fine.
to fuck it.
It's fine. You can.
Okay,
If this is absolutely what you want to do,
this is
we'll do it.
what I want to do, but I want to salute my party before I leave.
Okay. All right. Let's
Plus,
do it.
I'll be known as the Dragon Slayer.
All right. Let's do it. All right.
They'll follow
Okay.
the tenets of being a drunk
Yeah.
bond.
All
I
right.
would be
So,
tense.
so as we,
Mhm.
so you see this dragon clamp onto this ice troll, and it beats its wings to take off into the air. Morthos, do you jump out of its mouth?
Hell no.
Okay. You,
Do
Arrow,
I get an attack of opportunity?
from the ground, you are prone. You get an attack of opportunity at disadvantage if you want to.
Come
Okay.
on.
Can I
Kill
throw
it.
my battle axe and not have a disadvantage, or no?
Sure.
Or is it
Oh,
just
yeah.
because I'm on the ground?
Because you're on the. It's because you're on the ground. Yeah, you're prone,
Okay.
so you're attacking from prone.
I will attack at disadvantage.
Okay. So that'll miss.
15. Miss.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, no,
11
11. Yeah.
So, you see, he's basically beaten the breeze away at this point, the blizzard away. So, all of you can see this. What's happening? Mountain, as you're running, you can also see this. This dragon latches onto this ice troll, like a vulture coming out of, like a hawk coming out of the sky to grab something.
Can you
and
give me a sight
beats
so
their
I can
wings.
see what's happening?
Oh, yeah, I gotta turn you back into a non-GM layer. Bum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum. Actually, I'm gonna have to give everybody. Here. Give me 1 second so I can give you all of your visions back, because you. Actually, I'll just do this. This will be easier than me updating everyone's vision. I'm just gonna put everyone here. So, you guys.
Oh,
You
How
guys.
far away has Mountain gotten at this point?
Pretty far. So you guys all see that this dragon latches onto this ice troll, sinking its claws into its chest and its back, beats its wings, and starts to fly up into the air like it's carrying its prey. Morthos, it's going to attempt to spit you out well over 80 feet in the air. What do you want to do as it's trying to throw you out? Because you basically have a reaction now to do something to try and save yourself from falling to the ground, make a save. How do you want to try and recover from being spit out of this dragon?
Can I see my party?
You can see your party.
I'm gonna wave at them, and I'm gonna reach in my pocket, and I'm gonna grab my bag of holding. I'm gonna shove it in the other bag of holding.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Wait, what? Say that again?
Morthos as an artificer can duplicate infusions, and they had already previously chosen to duplicate the bag of holding infusion. So Morthos grabs his bag of holding, grabs another item that he can quickly tinker into a second bag of holding, and as he's about to be spat out, shoves a bag of holding into a bag of holding.
Oh my god.
And
Bye bye.
effectively, what you guys see is this mini black hole is created. And you see that it starts to come out from Morthos' hands. Just this hole just it starts to grow bigger and bigger. 80 feet in the air, you see this hole. And then all of a sudden, you see Morthos, the dragon, and the ice troll just vanish. And they're gone. Completely gone. And as the dragon disappears, as the troll disappears, as Morthos disappears into the astral plane, to some other plane, into something that you don't know where they've gone, all falls quiet on the frozen, rugged landscape of Icewind Dale. And you are all now without a party member. You are without a dragon. You are without a troll. What do you want to do?
Mountain and Nilo back with me and
Yeah, Mountain, like, seeing this would, like, make his way back.
So you
And
guys
be like-
sitting there in disbelief for a second. Mountain, who's really, really quick, makes their way back to you.
You just see, like, a snow cloud behind him as you just... And
hmm
he's just like, what the fuck was that?
Aram is just gonna lay back down in the snow. Like he didn't even get up. His just head hits the snowy ground as he's just looking up at the sky.
Yeah, I'm gonna kneel down next to him and give him some more healing.
Nyla will start to set up a camp.
Mountain will help with that.
Okay, so you guys set up a camp for the night. What do you want to do? Do you want to immediately just go to sleep and just sleep off what happened? What do you think?
I'm
I don't have any vision on the screen anymore,
I know. Because you're gone.
but I still want to watch.
Oh, here, I'll do this then.
Uh,
I will give you... No, fuck you. That was a great comment back there. That's all I'll say about that.
Alex likes your comment back.
Here.
I remember that when you asked for food in a little bit.
We'll put you here, but Morthos is effectively gone. This is just for vision.
Now I have a question. Actually, I guess we wouldn't know this.
Mhm.
But he doesn't have to breathe, so is he okay in astral space?
True. Is he coming
hope
back
not.
to us?
I thought that killed me.
Aram's thoughts as he falls asleep for the night.
Gonna Nilo slap Aram.
You can.
I
Just
will.
kill him right there
I'll,
I will
with
slap
his
Aram.
1 HP.
Okay. You just slap Aram right across the face.
Ha.
what the hell is that for?
Can you maybe say a prayer to your god, see if you can save Morthos?
I will roll to my knees and just kind of stab my blade into the snow, and ask for someone to light a fire.
Mountain will do so.
Okay. You
If
light a fire, you roll to your knees, and you stab your weapon into the ground. What do you say?
I'm going to call out, Paylor, if you are out there today. We lost a comrade. I don't know what happened. We were fighting the dragon. I stayed the way I'm supposed to. I fought. I would have died. Yet he's gone. What can you do? Help us. Bring him back. Show us what happened.
As Aram calls out to Paylor, you see Aram's eyes roll back, and this almost fire starts to emit from them, and their body seems to be frozen in place. Aram, you seem to be mentally transported somewhere else. You find yourself in a forge. Paylor, you see for the first time in their all true vision is that they are hammering on onto the forge, creating a weapon. You think they're forging metals, and they turn to you and say, "So you lost a comrade, did you?" Do you say anything to them,
I was muted, sorry. Aram drops down to his knees and looks down at the ground, averting his gaze on such a magnificent deity. and he will say, "Aye, he wasn't a believer or follower of you, and he had many faults, including a demon in his belly, but we were going to kill it when it came out. It was a worthy comrade, and we would have him back if we can. I don't know, did he die, or can he be saved?"
So at this moment, you see Paylor says, "Why don't you ask him yourself if he wants to come back?" And he turns and gestures to the astral form of you, Morthos, and waves you into his million-degree forge. Like, this is the hottest room you've ever stepped into. And this is the opposite of Icewind Dale. Effectively feels like you're in hell because of the heat, but it's just his iron forge where he's making weapons and armor. And Aram, you look up and you see a astrally shade of Morthos walk in. Ask him yourself if he wishes to return. If that is the desire, I can make it happen, but I give every soul the ability to choose what they wish to do. He can stay and live in Pelor's forge and work to create if he so chooses, or he can come back and complete his quest if he so chooses, but the choice is not for me to make. It is for them to make themselves.
Hello, old friend.
Oh, damn it, I'm not that old! What did you do? Are you dead?
I am something.
Where's the
I'm
dragon?
afraid the dragon is gone, but I'm afraid I cannot return with you.
Ah. Do you want me to tell the others anything? I mean,
Just give them my farewells and live on.
am I in a position where I can divine sense?
Yes, you can.
Specifically, I'm looking down at his belly, and I'd like to divine sense.
Okay. So, being where you are right now, normally your divine sense doesn't work on the being that is in his stomach. But based on where you are with this holy magic that is just pumping through your veins right now, the celestial power that is coming from who you now know to be the true Paylor is overwhelming. It is blinding. It is like the radiant. It is pushing you back. It's so bright. So bright. You have to hold your hands up over your eyes to mask yourself from going blind. And when you look over at the shade of Morthos, you see that there is a little bit of black in his stomach, but it dissipates and is replaced with the rest of their being, which is now more of has more of a small celestial aura around Morthos. It seems that his soul now has ascended from mortality, rejecting the abyssal being that was inside of him, and has become that of, you can believe it to be angelic, minor celestial in some sort, but his soul seems to no longer be that of a mortal.
Kind of shielding my eyes, and at this point, I'm almost closing them too. I just am going to nod towards Morthos. It looks like you found your own way out. I'm glad I shan't have to stab you now.
I'm glad you shan't have to stab me as well.
Paylor looks at you, Morthos, and goes, "Do you wish to stay in the forge and create, or do you wish to go somewhere else?"
Porthos will kneel and say with great reverence, "It would be my honor to stay and learn from such a master."
They nod. Very well. And he kind of waves his hand, and you see these two giant doors open and you see off through those doors. It's really, really bright. Aram, you can get a quick peek, but Morthos, you see there's just this sprawling mechanical city. There seems to be, you hear the sounds of just inventions being created. You hear building, whether that's hitting hammer to anvil, you hear smelt shops smelting things, you hear like gears turning. This is basically the paradise for builders of all shapes, sizes, forms, from artificers to blacksmiths to weaponsmiths to chefs. They're all creators in their own right, and this is the kingdom, effectively kingdom of creation. And you are welcomed in as you feel this warm golden light surround you and start to pull you in towards it. Um, and Aram, you can see a split second of what's beyond, but it's too bright for a being such as yourself to be able to fully take in without, well, being dead. So, and Morthos, you start to go. Is there anything you wish to say to Aram as you pass, or to Paylor as you are welcomed into?
I want to thank you, Aram, for everything you tried to do and for honoring your oath. Thank you for trying to save me. Go forth and stop the darkness.
And with that, Aram, you see Morthos just fades towards the golden light. The door slams shut, and you are snapped back to the weapon that you had put into the ground, um, sweating from the heat of the forge, knowing what has just come to pass. What do you do?
As he kind of gets transported spiritually back to the cold night with the campfire, the sweat on his head probably immediately chills him as the wind touches the moisture, and he like wipes his brow right away and kind of pulls the blade free from the snow and looks at it over to the campfire, and then he just sticks the blade into the flames, and then he says, "Tonight I renew my oath. Once again I will commit to the tenets of the Dawnbringers to end the winter!" And he holds the blade up in the air as if to curse the dark storm around them.
For a split
After
second, when you do this, it looks like the clouds in the sky part and a single ray of sun comes down, and then the clouds reform.
Aaron will then struggle to his feet, having been on his knees before, and sheathes his cleaver and looks over at specifically Nilo, since you were the one who slapped him around and got him back to his senses. But then he'll kind of just meet your gaze and say, "Morthos didn't make it. The dragon, the troll, the baby thing, the frog, they're all dead. But Morthos has passed on as well. Tonight we should hold vigil for our fallen comrades. I'm absolutely spent, but I would be honored to take the first watch."
Okay.
Mountain does his own like prayer thing. May his soul find peace in the afterlife.
You guys spend the rest of the evening doing whatever it is you feel you need to do to begin to cope with yet another loss to this party. You eventually all find sleep. It's not restful at all. You all toss and turn. The cold winter winds blow through your tents. They don't shake them or move them, but you were just, the state that you were in, you were in no real shape to set up the sturdiest of campsites. But sleep eventually finds you. You benefit from a long rest. You wake up in the morning trying to determine what the next steps are as you walk ever closer to Revels End prison. I think we're actually going to end there. We'll end a little early.